It's similar philosophy to the way we create the beams would be for creating the stairs. So we open the stair function, and we will also pick the boundaries, and then we would pick 2 points per step, and the software will extend this line. So firstly I would create this room, this stair room, staircase, and I just created it in ortho mode. So I pick from here, a trick if you want to keep the same line here as there, or here as here, is just picking the same point as before here, for example, and then we continue here this way and close, and then we would come back to the stair. We would pick our new boundary, which is in our case a single wall, all this, and then we would start creating the steps from here to here. Then we have to be careful that we don't pick now, because otherwise we would create a parallel line. So as you see, oops, it's not correct, so we undo it, and then we pick 1 and 2 again, and then 1 and 2 again, and so on. So we could continue there and pick the points, etc. And if we have a segment where we have parallel steps, we can pick it from there. Also a good trick in some cases, if we don't see exactly which line it is just working also with the cutting plane view. So we can move this one, which is the longitudinal one, to here, so we would see the steps. So we open again the plane manager, longitudinal, and then we move the longitudinal plane to here, so we can see the steps, and then we could pick from now, if it's parallel, for example, we could picking it here, the point wherever we see the step. Okay, then I would like to show you the symbols function. So we close here, and for example here we have a sink and a toilet. So I would create first the room itself. This is probably rotated, but anyway we are creating it free this time. From I don't need this, and I would create this way, picking on the floor, picking on the ceiling, and then from here I use free. As I said, you can zoom in to pick the points much more accurately, but for my goal now it's okay. So it's just to show you the workflow. Close. So we have the room. For example, in this case I'm showing you, oops, it's not the staircase, I didn't change this. You don't have to undo as in previous version. You can open the room properties and pick on the text. Pick on the text, so it reads the properties of this room, and then I can change this here to toilet, for example, and then pick and update. So we see here the new text, and if we did some mistake here with the room height or whatever, we can also change it there. So we have the room itself, and now we want to insert a sink here and a toilet here. So we open the symbol function, and the first thing that we have to do is to define at least some of these buttons, so to be much quicker. So we can define up to 16 quick buttons instead of looking for the proper block here. So we can check which the blocks are for this project. For example, for this customer, I will use WC1, so I assign it to button number 1. So from now I don't have to look for that. Then in some cases WC6, so I assign it to button number 2, and then some sink, for example, there are like 200 blocks already predefined in this in the template file. So this one is my standard sink, so I am assigning it to button number 5, and then for example shower 9 and bath tube 1. So as I said, up to 16, and if we need the room or whatever, if not, we leave it as it is. So now, for example, we want to insert the sink, so we pick there. We have here scale and rotation in case it's too big or etc. And then either free, so if we pick free, and then this is the floor level if we want to insert it on the proper level. If not, we can pick it free, is just you insert it as it is, so without any rotation. Or we say we want to insert it aligned to which element? To this element, to the wall. And now from now, wherever we pick, if we pick here, the software will calculate the minimal distance to this line string, so it would calculate this point, and therefore it would insert it perpendicular to this line exactly there. So we pick there, so you see it. If you think, oh, it's too big, undo, you say 0.7, and then you pick again the point, so it's much smaller. And then now we want to insert the toilet, so we pick the WC, so we pick there. The line string is the same, so we pick it here, and we have the WC. If it's not the proper position, you have these buttons here, or 180 if it's not the proper one, etc. So this way we can very easily insert many symbols around our floor plan. And the last function that we have here on the floor plan is the levels function. So it's a function to insert some levels at some point. So we launch the function, and then in this new 2301 version we have the options also to use different symbols. Before that we had only this one, so level point, and it inserted the typical level symbol. So we can assign it also to buttons, so up to 8 buttons is what we can assign here. Or if we want to use, for example, level top to see in the level that we are annotating some elevation from the top of whatever element, so to number 2, and bottom to number 3. So then we have some prefixes here predefined. So finish floor level, whatever. So you can pick one from here, or just directly write here something with double point and space, for example, floor level. Then, and now we want to annotate some floor level, so we could see inside, and then choose the symbol that we want to see, this one or this one. So we pick here on the floor, so we see the symbol with the elevation. So we see it here on the step that we have different levels here. Or you want to see it with a different symbol, which is the typical one for levels for some kind of software. So we can pick it there, etc. And we can pick it from whatever view we have. So for the cutting plane view, if we want to pick now, for example, ceiling levels or beams, as we said while we were creating the beams, for example, or for the stair, I say SL, I pick this one, and I can pick, for example, we'll go to here, so we will see it here in this region. So we can pick here the level of this step, for example, and then from the next one if we want, so we can see the different levels in our staircase. And now we change here to finish floor level, and we pick, for example, there, below the staircase, etc. So with this function we finish all the floor plan functions, so you see how quick we can create walls, doors, windows, etc. And then in the next videos we will see the sections, the elevations and symbols, and at the end we will see the rename scans, the explorer, the room properties is something that we already saw, and also the info button is something that we checked at the beginning for activating the license.